All right, so for our next one, we're going to do wet and wet. I'm going to zoom in for this one. I need an area that's fairly dry. So it'd be fun to have kind of a bigger area to play in. So I'm going to work on that right here. Put a label in there, wet, in, wet. All right, so I'm going to show you two different things with the wet and wet. One is if you just have like a really solid coat of paint or of water, and how the paint is going to just flow freely within that. I'm trying to avoid this edge because that's still damp, but I want a nice solid coat of water there. And then I'm going to take another one and I'm going to kind of just freely scribble, leaving some random dry spots there. So I think you can kind of see the difference between the top half and the bottom half. So going again back to my blue, and I can certainly mix in other colors. I'm going to take my blue paint and I'm going to have a pretty wet brush and I'm going to get a decent amount of paint and water on here. I want my brush to be pretty loaded. If I were to squeeze the brush, water would drip off of it. And just let it go and do its thing. And if I were to go up here and do that, it's going to treat the wet spots and the dry spots very differently. And then you can start to play with some other colors in there. I'm loading up my brush with magenta. And I'll do one more color. Let's try some yellow. That's it. And you let it dry from there. If you want to pull off from any of those little areas, you certainly can, but you don't have to.